Squad, welcome back to the channel. My name is Elias, and if you're new here and like daily car content, consider subscribing by hitting that button below. So today we're going to be talking about the news, more specifically a lot of different truck news, because as you may or may not know, I am very interested in buying a truck in the coming 12 months because I'm going to be doing a lot of track days, a lot of race days with a lot of my cars, and in order to do that safely and, you know, more conveniently, you do need a truck with a trailer in case something happens to your track day or your race car, you break down or something, you're able to just trailer it back home. So a lot of cool stuff has been coming out the last couple days, a lot of cool news coming out from Chevy, from Subaru, etc. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So at the end of it, we're going to have a Frosty Beverage review as usual. So stay tuned for that all the way at the end. Let's go ahead and get started. Real quick before we go on that ride and talk about the news, I have been asked, how big is the Gato Squad sticker? Well, here it is. This is the Flying Gato sticker, the Gato Squad sticker. And that's how it looks. So if you guys want one, just send me $2 if you live in the US and I'll send you one, or $3 if you live internationally. I pretty much had to order new ones since I've sold out of the 100 ones that I got initially, but we do have them back in stock, and if you want them, let me know and I'll send one over. So let's go ahead and go over the non-truck news first, and we'll work our way over to the truck news. First, let's talk about what Subaru is doing. So Subaru is coming out with 2 new cars next year, special edition cars. The BRZ and the Subaru WRX are getting special editions. So the Subaru WRX Sti is getting the Subaru WRX Sti Type RA. Now what does that mean? Well, it's going to have carbon fiber wing, a special carbon fiber wing, a carbon fiber roof. It's going to have a few other carbon fiber bits all around the car. It's also going to have a revised 6-speed transmission, and it's going to have, you know, special interior, Alcantara steering wheel, and it's even going to have a badge number similar to what the Type R's, this Type R, has. So my Type R number is 177. The Subaru WRX Sti will have special badging as well. So that's pretty cool. The other things, of course, that this has is a deleted spare tire, which is not really a feature if you ask me. It's going to have some lightweight 19-inch bespoke wheels, upgraded suspension, and modified vehicle dynamic control, which is pretty cool that they're doing that, and you know, I'd like to see what it is. Now, for all of that I just said, you know, a whole bunch of carbon fiber and, you know, a bunch of bits and cool little pieces there, here and there, the whole car is going to cost an extra $15,000 over what a regular STI is. That's almost $50,000, $50,000 for a Subaru WRX Sti. Now, for die-hard Subaru enthusiasts, that might be pretty cool. You know, basically becomes a collectible Subaru WRX Sti. For me, I honestly don't think it's worth it. It's a lot of money for, you know, some carbon fiber bits and you know, lighter weight. You know, it's going to be a better performing car, obviously, of course, but you know, it's for $50,000. I mean, that's a lot for me. You know, let me know what you guys think in the comments, but for me, I'd rather have a different performance car at that point. These back roads are amazingly fun right now. I'm going really low speed, and because there's gravel everywhere, the car just slides around. It's great. Now, the BRZ Ts, that's what they're calling it, not the STI, BRZ Ts, is getting, again, similar treatment to what the Type RA is getting. So it's going to get an STI tuned suspension, it's going to have lightweight 18-inch wheels, it's going to get 4 piston Brembos up front, which is really cool, a carbon fiber adjustable rear spoiler, and some pretty cool bits in the interior as well. Now, again, you're paying an extra basically $9,000 over the regular BRZ. It's going to be about $35,000 for a BRZ TS. And again, if you ask me, That's just a little bit too much for a BRZ. Now, if you're telling me the BRZ Ts came with a little bit more horsepower, that would be worth it. That would be worth $35,000. They should turbocharge the BRZ engine, or figure out a way somehow to add a supercharger or factory turbocharger in there. And $35,000 for a BRZ with around 250, maybe 300 horsepower, spot on. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comments about the BRZ and the WRX Sti Type RAs. So let's talk about the Jeep Wrangler now. So the Jeep Wrangler is an incredible car. People love the Jeep Wrangler, the old Jeep Wrangler. Now the new one that came out is even better. It's basically a more refined version of what the old Jeep Wrangler used to be, and that's exactly what I kind of wanted them to do. You know, they have a little bit of aerodynamic tuning to it, so there's less wind noise. They've added a few more creature comforts, but not too much so that, you know, adds too much weight or whatever. The engines are incredible. I can't wait to try out that diesel engine. 442 foot-pounds of torque from that diesel engine. I love the way the Wrangler looks. It's just a really good overall package for someone like me. I'm not sure yet what the towing capacity is going to be. That's going to be very important for me, obviously, because I will be towing with the Wrangler or whatever truck I buy. And if the Wrangler can only tow 5,000 pounds or less, I might as well get a Ridgeland at that point, I think. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Now, a pretty big bit of news from the truck world that landed this weekend is the new 2019 Chevy Silverado. A lot of people are talking about it, and for good reason. The Chevrolet Silverado is pretty much like the Ford F-150, one of the best trucks in the world. So the new 2019 is coming out very soon, and they changed the styling a little bit. And, you know, again, it's my opinion, and I'm not really a truck guy, so I don't have any kind of attachments to how the old trucks looked. I don't really care, to be honest with you. But I think the new truck looks really good. You know, it's aggressive looking, and it's, you know, it looks like a truck to me, so it looks great. And I'm really happy that they came out with the Trail Boss. Now, it's one of the things that they actually showed as a teaser at a recent event, and they actually helicoptered the whole truck in, and that was pretty cool. I thought I was watching that, and I'm like, oh, wow, look at that. And what that Trail Boss basically is, it has a Z71 suspension with a 2-inch lift kit, and a bunch of other things that they have not yet released and talked about yet, so we don't know exactly what that's going to be about. But the fact that you can get the Silverado as a Trail Boss is going to be pretty sweet. I can't wait to take a look at it. And from what I understand, they will be coming out with a Duramax version, a diesel version of the Silverado. So if I can get a diesel Silverado Duramax with the Trail Boss kit, I think it would make for a pretty decent pickup truck. What do you guys think? Another bit of news with pickup trucks is the Ford Ranger. So I'm waiting to hear more details on the Ford Ranger. Everyone keeps saying it's going to be out next year. We don't know exactly what's going to come this way. You know, there's a lot of cool engine options and cool things coming from Europe and Australia that the Ford Ranger has over there. If they bring it over to the US, it'll be incredibly good. You know, it's basically a mid-sized truck. It's what the Colorado is now, the Chevy Colorado, and that's selling really well, and it'll compete with the Toyota Tacoma as well. So that's pretty interesting to see. Now, I can't wait to take a look at the Ford Ranger. I really hope they bring that 3.3 liter turbocharged diesel engine. Again, I love the diesels in the trucks especially, so I'm looking forward to that as well. And since we're talking about the Silverado, we're talking about the Ford Ranger, we of course got to talk about the Dodge Ram, the new Dodge Ram. And the main thing that's happening with the Dodge Ram that we've seen so far is that they're going away from the old style grill, you know, that cross grill that they've always had. And I actually think that the cross grill is one of the things that I don't like about the Dodge Ram trucks. I just don't like the way that kind of looks. They're doing away with that, and I'm kind of excited to see what's going to come out from it. So if they come out with the Cummins diesel Ram truck that looks a little bit better in my opinion, I'll definitely be taking a look at that. But there are rumors, or there are talks and articles that I've read that have said that Dodge will no longer be offering Cummins diesel in their Ram trucks. Now, I don't know how true that is. I don't know what's going on with that. I hope that's not true, because if it is, then we're basically stuck with the older Cummins diesels from the older Ram trucks, and you know, it'll raise the prices on those as well. So we'll have to take a look at that. I'll be watching that very closely, of course. All right, all that's left is a little bit of performance driving on the way back home, and the Frosty Beverage review, guys. So I'll see you back at the couch.
Alright guys, so it's actually been a while since we had last our Frosty Beverage review. My cat's very interested in what's going on. Let me show you guys our cat. His name is Looney. He's a feisty one, so we'll let him go. And today, we're tasting a Grimm Pineapple Pop. It's a large bottle, so it should be fun to drink as usual. 4.8% alcohol by volume. Let's open it up. All right, let's pour it. We got our usual Duvel beer glass. I got that from Brewery Omegang at the Omegang Brewery Festival. Yeah, interesting. This looks, look at that. Smells like pineapple. Smells good. Let's go for our first taste. Oh, easy to drink. Have you guys ever had something called kombucha or something? I think it's called kombucha or kombucha or something like that. I don't really, I've tasted it before. This tastes kind of like sambuca or kombucha. You know, it's like fermented pineapple juice, but it's a little better than that. It tastes really good. Brewed with pineapple, vanilla, and milk sugar. Now when they say milk sugar, they mean instead of using regular, you know, cane sugar, they use the fat of the milk as a food for the yeast to eat. So it gives you a distinct flavor. It's almost, you know, what milk stouts are made out of. So this is not a milk stout, obviously, but they use milk instead of sugar, which is cool. Let's give it another taste. Yeah, very easy to drink. This is why they call it pineapple pop, because they're kind of insinuating it's like a soda to drink. Not quite there. It's not that sweet. It's got definitely some pineapple flavors. The cat wants to join up. Maybe he wants to taste. But it's a good beer. I like it. So when would be the best time to drink this? Probably during the summer. It's not quite summer outside. It's around 45, 50 degrees. Warm day for December, not bad. It's cold in here because I had the heater off. I was out basically all day. But I just turned the heater on. I'm gonna turn the fire on in a bit, so don't mind my jacket and stuff. And yeah, so this is more of a, I think this is more like a summer beer, very refreshing. As you can tell, I like summer beers. I like refreshing beers. I don't like beers that are too heavy. I like stouts sometimes if it's done right. Milk stouts are really good. It just depends on the flavor that they have. Sometimes I'm not a big fan of the way stouts are made. These are really easy to drink. I like easy to drink beer, especially when I'm editing. So I'll be editing together the news segment today that this is part of, and I'll be drinking this beer, just so you guys know. And yeah, so there you go, guys. So I always show you guys the label, so take a look at the label. There you go. Pretty funky looking label, like an 80s style. I like it. Pretty cool. It's from Grimm, G-R-I-M-M. Alright guys, that pretty much does it. Thanks for watching as always. If you haven't yet, please go ahead and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.